Does this work? Let me see. Okay, everything seems to work. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back in today's stream. We're going to probably just map, do some recordings maybe. 6 o'clock EST time zone I'm in. So stream, I don't know like what to put. The stream's starting, but I have to pull up my map. Probably should have done that before. And before we start recording. I think we're going to just start out with a simple, perhaps, I mean, maybe mapping? Yeah, it's going to be mapping. I don't know why I said maybe. But, let me find a good year we could do here. Um, we could do 1914, 1938. Or, no, yeah, let's get a Wixo map here. Get a Wixo map. I guess we could do so 20. Yeah, I like that idea. What's so 20, 21, maybe 23, 22. Right now I'm just yapping because I do not know what we're going to do here. Yeah, I know we want to record videos, but I kind of have to have people to interact with or frick. A lot lately, and I'm not going to be able to upload too much next week. I'll have to pre-record. But I just been busy. Summer started, kind of forget about a lot of stuff, and let me download this map. We'll do 23, 2.14 megabytes it is. So we're going to open file, and probably close out Edge. Like no one likes Microsoft Edge. Um, okay, I think I am starting to get this up. I'll just have to do a tiny bit more. Okay, I actually like where this is. This is before World War One, I think. So we're going to be able to delete a lot of the layers here, as they're not needed, and it's still the colonial time, so we still have a lot to do. And I think I'm about to start to pull up my map here in a second. But first, I want to let the map load. Yeah, you're a province map. I do not like a province map. We're going to delete you. And for anyone checking into the stream today, I think we're just going to record some videos. Chill stream, chill. Okay, trade route map. I do not need trade routes. I know the only alliance is the Triangle Alliance, so yeah. And let's start this stream. And it's 203, which we're going to get to the map scene finally. And no window capture. I hope this looks right. If it does, it does. If it don't, it freaking probably sucks. Just gonna. Oh, 3 people on the stream. Hello, everyone. Today, it's probably a bit less. And we are doing, probably just going to record, maybe do some Wixo on Agent map. And, yeah. I think there's a 30-second delay. So if I were to go AFK, just maybe wait a minute, 2 minutes. But I know people are lazy, so I totally get it. And, we're going to start here with just waiting for everything to come up right. Yep. Okay, everything's working. So we're going to start this stream with actually an invasion. Or not an invasion, we're going to start to just fix this colonial border. And in this Wixo, we're actually going to see Korea will decide to keep expanding on their colony. Actually, deciding to not care about the Dutch, at least for now. As we're just going to see, let me make sure I'm talking right. Okay, yep, it works. Sounds fine. Hopefully the map looks fine, which it does. So I wish I could just pause stream like half the time, like I do in videos. And we're going to kind of start to see Korea's and they're going to take, which I don't really know how much they would realistically be able to take, but we're going to assume because assuming makes a yep. If you're tuning into the stream, please just remember to just comment. I read the chat messages. Don't think I don't. Then you're just assuming, and you don't want to assume. And after Korea annexes most of California here, which is probably going to make the Dutch mad, but I think it could be worse mad. And so the Dutch here will probably now focus on being an expansionist colonialist power. And if you're commenting, watching, just tell me some stuff you want to see happen in the stream. We will. I mean, we could do diplomacy wars, or you could tell me what to do on this ATIS map. And we could just see it all play out not really realistically at all. But in this scenario, Korea's just going to become like an ultra omega powerhouse. And we're going to see them probably take not Lake of the Woods. I mean, that's a bit unrealistic. But something like this is probably what I do think they could get. And here's the thing, the Dutch would now have a lot more, I mean, I guess you could say colonialism points. And because of this, I mean, Korea, I don't know how they would, but they would need a better way to get to their colony in the Americas. So, what I would probably say they would have is they would probably take most of northern Hokkaido, if not all of Hokkaido, just to try and, something like this, maybe. It could, probably. As now, here's the thing, they're going to have a lot of this Russian peninsula. Oh, 3 people's watching. Hello. If you're tuning into the stream, we're just doing some diplomacy wars, which let me do something right now. We're going to make a new text, and we're going to say text. Let's do oh guys, I absolutely suck at spelling good. Yeah, I know. And for anyone like wondering what I want to do on stream, I mean we're gonna record videos after hopefully we get a few more people in here. And honestly, that's probably about it. We're gonna record, have a good old time, hopefully. I mean, if you don't think it's a good time, then like I'm sorry. We're gonna shrink this here. Now okay. Yep, that looks good. And no one's watching again. But with their, I guess, expansion points, we can just see a lot of stuff kind of happen. I was fixing my map, etc. Just say hi if you're in the chat, anyone. And we're now going to go over back here where we're going to see the Dutch. I don't know what the Dutch would probably do here. I know that since I think you would probably colonize the same, but perhaps the Dutch would make an agreement with you to try to get them to not let the Presidians make a colony, because I know they have some pretty decent relations up here. And so, what I would realistically say, maybe, is probably the same up here. But the Dutch, because of this Korean like scandal, is starting to become a crash out. They now are thinking that it's to the fault of everyone. And I would like to just repeat once again, if you do want anything to happen on stream, please just please say it in chat, and I probably will do it unless it's like make Kosovo freaking take over the world and have its capital in Honduras. And maybe not so much. But if you're just saying, hey, how about blank invades blank or blank gets a new colony, then yeah, let's go for it. And the rest of this would probably be split between the Koreans and the Dutch. As I bet there's already some settlements of both all across Mexico, and they've probably been claimed. I mean, that's one thing I did not like about Adis's first series. It's just what it did, and sorry for the technical difficulties, everyone. My mic cut out. But yeah, once again, we are just going to edit this map, maybe do some wars, and if you want anything to happen, just sure, whatever. As the Dutch, they're going to probably get the same amount of colonies as a bit less. As the Koreans now, they probably have a bigger bidding, realistically. And so we're going to see the First World War start in our own timeline. And this is going to be a bit of a different war. This is going to be called the War of the North Americas, or the War of the Colonies. As nations are going to try to get as many colonies as they can, which they're trying to sweep up many colonies that are in their way. And how will this war break out, you may be wondering? Well, it's going to be in the focal point of the stream so far, which is just going to be the Dutch. So the Dutch over here is going to make their own triangle alliance. Oh, this is way too big. And no one's watching again because this is also way too small. Well, so I want to give it about this should look fine as you will become one. But on the opposite angle of this, we're going to see the Diamond Alliance form, which are going to get a new color or a new thing, as this will be the Koreans. And the Koreans decide that they think the Dutch has been getting overarchingly in the way of tons of areas. And so this will be the anti-Dutch coalition, which will form. The anti-Dutch coalition is, pretty massive, as even the African Union, Iberia will probably join in here. I'm not going to say Catalonia will, as I highly doubt they would. You're going to join in. Any other nations that would. I think Russia here would stay neutral. But because of this, I do think you would join the war and your respective alliance, which I think there was a circle alliance up here, as these nations all over are going to join the anti-Dutch colonial coalition. But the Dutch also has their allies, which, I don't know if they're as cracked as our previous allies, but probably the second, third strongest nation of, I would say third, of Andalusia joins. The Dutch are the second strongest. You can make an argument of them being more powerful than Prescindia, but I don't think so, but you do you. As Crete will join, and our last nation to join the war, or two of the, probably the last, is going to be China. And now we can get the colonial war of the Dutch undergoing. But don't think like blah blah blah. So where will the conflict or the skirmish first start? It's going to be here as Korea of all nations decides to go on the. I mean, they've already been hinting that they're going to be aggressive, and so I do imagine they would probably start to attack. A way that would sever their Mexican colony from them. And there's two ways I could see them doing this. They could go straight across. They could go like this, try to do that, or they could do something else entirely like this. But either way, the Dutch kind of know that this is the main area that will be attacked. And if anyone is here, please just leave a like comment maybe or just type in the chat. As the first Korean advance, they'll decide to go with this strategy. As they're going to send their forces and hopefully reach up with the coast within only a few weeks, as they're ambitious and hope to gain most of the colony of the Dutch, which I don't think they could realistically hold on to. If you have any feedback how this war should continue, just, type in live chat. And so, we're going to continue to see them do more damage while the Dutch over here, a general of the Dutch, which General Bishkek, I don't know a Dutch name, I'm not freaking Dutch. But they're going to do something like this a bit. And this will be an advancement as they're going to go up to the most populated city in the Mexican or the lower Mexican colony. As they left. But the lower Dutch colony, or the lower, will have their city right here, which will basically just collapse. As these areas are still not colonially perfect, or still not perfectly inhabited. But I would probably say that the Dutch haven't really even touched Mexico much. They've more of touched Panama a lot, which they've been getting really, really attached to. They've touched probably, like, when I say touch, you know what I mean, like, we're focusing on probably this region here. And so, Mexico is probably pretty poor. I would say, like, the only populous region of Mexico, semi-populous, which probably isn't even in, like, the Yucatan areas, is this region over here. Which isn't a good look. And so we're going to continue to see, with little to no resistance, the Koreans just, decimate the Dutch. And I'm just going to say this a few more times. If you're in the live chat, please just talk. It's going to go pretty well. As Korea has actually made their colony pretty populated in Mexico, at least in northern Mexico, as the Dutch now have their colony severed and no longer a reliable railroad, as the railroad was destroyed. We're going to abandon this front for a bit, as we're going to go to a different front. And this is the probably South American front we're going to go to. As this front, we'll see the invasion, the invasion of over here. Oh, wrong click. I just want to see how freaking scuffed this is. But, going back over here, we're going to just see the sweeping of this colony. As in our own timeline, there was little to no people even there. Or they were released pretty early on. And I think this could happen once again, but I do personally think that the African Union would be more likely to, would be a bit more likely just to not really fight for this colony. As over here, there's still some troops getting poured in, but after the populous region falls, we're going to say that A massive area is going to be swept, probably up to here, as the African Union is going to more now be on this coast of Brazil, as the landing is going to be made right here, and there the rest is just going to be bombed. And the African Union's colony is actually going to shift inwards, hoping to not be bombed. And this just feels like I'm doing a video. Doesn't even feel like a live stream. As they're going to start to move tons of ways inward. As this way, I mean, they're going to start to move this way, hoping that eventually that they won't need to relocate in here. But at this current moment, because of all the bombs, it's just better for. I won't even say they probably do have bombs, but like not planes yet. So I just mean they're probably ramming ships with explosives in there, blowing stuff up, doing little raids. But yeah, soon we're just going to see the freaking Andalusian army is just going to march, march, and march. Eventually doing something like this, taking the coast. Now the African Union's colony is truly starving to death. Going to a new front, which I don't even know where we would go here. Probably over here as the African Union. What? Persendia? Gosh, freaking dang it, man. I know I'm not an entertaining person. But we're just going to see. As. The Dutch, they're going to focus on their American stuff, so they don't really worry about the Rhodesian colony, but there's our, they're loosely in there. Um, Going here, I think they're in the, no, they're staying neutral. But the African Union, this is where their time to shine will truly be shown, as they're just going to start to sweep much of their colony over here. As some defenses put up, but realistically not much. And yeah. Next going here, what I would say probably is another purple team sweep in this order. Probably the French winning, but the African Union's coming quickly, so I don't know how long that's going to last. And so realistically here, why do I keep saying realistically, blah, 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 blah. Ukraine, I actually do think they're the third strongest nation. They're just going to be able to blitz through what's left of this area, annexing it. And now, they're not gonna. I don't even think I want to stream. I said I was just up for freaking. I don't know. This is not really. What is that? Guys, I think I'm just going to end this stream here. We're going to turn off this. We're going to just get to the end stream here. And stream, I'm going to